YouTube, what's up? Riz here, and I have another NFL mock draft for you guys today. This one's going to be a little bit different. Got a full first round mock draft since we have a draft order. And, as I was doing this draft, making it, as soon as I got to like the mid of the first round, middle of the first round, I'm realizing that this is a pretty good draft class because I still got guys on the board that I cannot believe I still have on the board. So, pretty good draft class, better than I thought. I would recommend watching through the end because I'm going to talk about guys I don't have in the first round mock at all that can get in there, guys that I like, stuff like that. But let's just get into it. I have the Browns with the first overall pick, taking Myles Garrett, defensive end from A&M. As of now, my best player in the draft, and from what I'm seeing, hearing, he's expected to go number 1. So pretty simple there. Could be quarterback though. But number 2. I have the Niners taking Mitch Trubisky, quarterback from North Carolina. Still not sure who my best quarterback is personally, but it sounds like Trubisky is going to be the first one off the board. I know I'm really high on Deshaun Watson, but Trubisky I have going to the Niners could be a fit there. Third pick, kind of a weird one for me. Not the pick, but just my question is, what are the Bears going to do? I think if Trubisky's off the board, I can see the Bears trading back. They could go to Jonathan Allen there, but really need a quarterback. So I expect the Bears to trade back if Trubisky isn't there. I do like Kizer's potential, but I think he's far from reaching it. Very raw. I'm really not that high on Deshaun Kizer at number 3, but it's definitely in play. That's why I have him here. I recommend the Bears trading back, but Kizer's definitely in play from what we're all hearing at 3. So I'm not going to mess with any trades in the mock draft. Going to get too confusing. But I have Bears taking Kizer at 3. Jags, I have them stealing Jonathan Allen, probably the second best player in the draft, arguably number 1. So the Jags could use some pass rush too, so that'll help. 5th pick, Titans' biggest need is corner. Is there a corner worthy of the 5th pick? There definitely could be. Corners are pretty good in this draft, but they also need a receiver, and Mike Williams is for sure worthy of this pick, so I have them taking the wide receiver from Clemson. 6th pick, the Jets. I have them taking Dalvin Cook, running back from Florida State. I had Leonard Fournette all along to the Jets there, but I switched it up. Dalvin Cook had a really good game against Michigan, and he's more of a pass-catching running back, receiving running back than Leonard Fournette, and I know teams lately really like that. Just straight-up running back, Fournette's definitely better, in my opinion, but I have the Jets taking Dalvin Cook here. I don't think it's too much of a reach. Good player. Next pick, I have the Chargers taking Derek Barnett. They could use a pass rush upgrade, but not the biggest need. They really need an offensive tackle, but no one worthy of this pick. Derek Barnett, too good to pass. Fits their system if they don't change it. I know they have a coaching change. But all-time leader in Tennessee Volunteer sacks. It would be a great pick here for them. Panthers, I have them taking cornerback from Bama, Marlon Humphrey. Probably the best corner in the draft. It's pretty close, but Panthers need a secondary upgrade. Pretty weak without Josh Norman there this year, so they can't go wrong with the corner. On to the next 8 picks. Number 9, Bengals. I have them taking Reuben Foster, middle linebacker from Alabama. One of the best players on the board here. He fits their system. Very good play caller on the defensive side of the ball, so that would be a good pick. I have the Bills taking Jamal Adams, safety from LSU. Bills are lacking their tackling ability in the secondary is very weak. Jamal Adams can run up, make a great tackle. Probably the best tackling safety in this draft. And, he can cover the pass as well. So I think this would be a good pick by the Bills here. Definitely a need. Saints, obviously they need defense. I have them taking Tim Williams, probably the best defensive player on the board here. Browns, this is the Browns' second pick of the draft. I have them taking Deshaun Watson, quarterback Clemson. Quarterback is in need. They got the best player in the draft, Myles Garrett. Now I have them taking Deshaun Watson. I think that would be a great pick. They can start right away for them. Cardinals, I have them taking Malik Hooker, a guy that could go earlier than this, safety from OSU. Cardinals lacked a little that secondary this year. I know it's probably because Matthew was out, but they can't go wrong with Malik Hooker here. Next pick, Eagles. I have them taking Leonard Fournette, running back LSU. And to be honest, he's definitely not going to last to this pick. We're going to see some trades in this draft. Some of you could trade up for him, maybe like the Eagles. This was one where I couldn't believe I still had him on the board. I couldn't really plug him in anywhere besides that Jets pick where I had them taking Dalvin Cook. Could be swapped. They both could go earlier in this. But as of now, I have him going to the Eagles. Colts, I have the Colts taking Jabril Peppers. Is he a linebacker? Is he a safety? We don't know. A lot of teams probably don't know. But he's a hell of an athlete. He can start right away at either position, I believe. But since teams don't really know, I think this is why he'll drop to the spot. So I have the Colts taking him here. And the Ravens, I have the Ravens taking Solomon Thomas, D lineman from Stanford. Had a hell of a game against North Carolina in the bowl game. Definitely helped his draft stock with that one. I think this would be a great pick for the Ravens. They got a good D line, but it's getting old, so they're gonna need somebody. This might be the best player on the board at this point, so they can't go wrong with him there. On to the next one, we got Washington Redskins. I have them taking Taco Charlton, D-end, Michigan. Looking at the Redskins, they don't really need anything that badly. I know Kirk Cousins is going to have to get a contract. Is he the guy? I mean, he's going to have to be because I don't know who they're going to get. And I mean, he can definitely play. So I have them upgrading their pass rush here. Taco Charlton, one of the best players on the board at this point. Very good player, so I have them taking him. Titans, this is their second pick. I have them taking Quincy Wilson, cornerback from Florida. Another guy I couldn't believe I still had him on the board here, and this is a big need from the Titans, so I think they'd be very happy with this pick. Big need. Titans are going to need multiple corners or DBs in this draft. Next pick, I have the Buccaneers taking Teez Tabor, cornerback from Florida. There's two corners from Florida going off the board. Probably won't happen, but Buccaneers could use another corner. Brent Grimes getting older, did play well. And Teez Tabor with Vernon Hargrave's teammates from last year both started, so that would actually be pretty good. Broncos taking the first offensive lineman. I can't believe it's just this long without one coming off the board. But I have them taking Cam Robinson from Alabama. Broncos could use an O-line upgrade. Detroit Lions kind of just taking the best player available, Malik McDowell. Could go earlier in this, D-lineman from Michigan State. Just taking the best guy available there, upgrading the D-line. Dolphins could use some cornerback help. I have them taking Sidney Jones, cornerback from Washington. Corner I really like. I can see him going higher than this. I think Bama was kind of avoiding him in the bowl game. So obviously that means he's doing something right all year for them. Next pick, the Giants. I have them taking O.J. Howard, tight end from Alabama. They definitely need a tight end upgrade. I haven't really seen them taking a tight end in experts mock drafts, but I have them taking O.J. Howard. He's definitely a first-round tight end. Raiders with the next pick taking Marshawn Lattimore, cornerback, Ohio State. Another guy that, experts are saying will go a higher pick than this, but I had him down here. Great pick for the Raiders. And on to the final 8 picks of the first round. I have the Seahawks taking Ryan Ramczyk, offensive lineman from Wisconsin. There is an injury concern. If it wasn't for that, he would be the first offensive lineman off the board probably, and much earlier. Seahawks definitely have one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, so this would be a good pick. Texans, I have them taking Zach Cunningham, linebacker from Vandy. Could use a linebacker upgrade, kind of just the best available player pick right here. Next pick, I have the Packers taking Jerron Conley, cornerback from Ohio State. They need defense help. Offense looks just fine. Could use a running back, but their defense giving up some points this year. Could use some help in the secondary. This would be a good value pick for them. Steelers, I have them taking Karis McKinley from UCLA. He's a guy that's not a D-end or a linebacker. He's a D-end and a linebacker. I mean, he can play both for you, so this is a good pick. I think the Steelers would use him at D-line. But I like that. I like him going to the Steelers there. Falcons, I have the Falcons taking David Njoku, tight end from Miami. Redshirt sophomore, decided to clear for the draft. He's a big play tight end, playmaker. Falcons obviously need defense. Their offense is one of the best, if not the best in the league. But they could use some tight end help. I think the defense is young, so the defense will be much better next year. So they could afford to go with the tight end here from Miami. Chiefs, I had them taking Corey Davis, wide receiver from Western Michigan. This was another one I couldn't believe I had him just dropping this far. Nobody really needed receivers that bad above this pick, so this would be a great pick. Chiefs getting Corey Davis. I really like him. 31st pick, I have the Patriots taking Montravius Adams, D lineman, Auburn. I'm not really sure what the Patriots need at this point, but very good player on the rise for me at least. Very, very good run stuffer. Can also get to the quarterback as well. Last pick of the first round, Cowboys. I have them taking John Ross, wide receiver, Washington. Great value pick. Probably will go higher. Cowboys need defensive help, but just adding John Ross with Dez Bryant, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, it would be a very, very scary offense. I mean, he can do what Cole Beasley does, but do it better. Not to take anything away from Cole Beasley, excellent player, but John Ross is just so electrifying. I think this pick would make the Cowboys that much better on offense. And that'll do it for the first round. Other guys that I really like that I really wish I could have squeezed in here: Harold Landry, Boston College, and DeMarcus Walker for Florida State. Great players. Obviously, they can get to the quarterback, so they can easily get in this first round. Another defensive player, Ryan Anderson from Alabama. Look at Charles Harris from Missouri. Carl Lawson from Auburn. Great game against Oklahoma in the bowl game. And then the list goes on, but two other guys I want to mention, two quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, the second. Really like Patrick Mahomes. Has all the tools, really no weaknesses besides him playing weak defenses, I should say, from the Big 12. But that's not really a skill weakness. So really nothing wrong with Patrick Mahomes. I think he can end up being one of the top quarterbacks in his draft class at the end in a few years from now, and I truly believe that. And then Brad Kaaya, very raw guy, but ton of potential. Don't expect those two quarterbacks to go in the first round, but they're definitely good players. And now, the list goes on, bunch of good players. But that'll do it for this video. There'll be more mock drafts, more full first-round mock drafts, possibly more rounds. I'll do my positional rankings eventually. And, that'll do it. Please check out the other videos. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and goodbye.